Boy, after that introduction, I think I'm just gonna go home. Everybody give Warren Williams a hand. He's my campaign manager. And I didn't know if I was gonna say this now, but I just gotta tell you just a little bit about Warren as well. Warren and I went to school together, and someone that I really looked up to as well. Warren, in our class in 1972, was determined and voted by the school to be the person most likely to succeed. And you know, you have to admire someone like that. I watched Warren develop, and then he became the first anchor for Channel 53. So when I decided to run for mayor back last year, Warren was here. He was here working out at the Y with me, and he was here because he was taking care of his mother. He went back to Texas, and I said, Warren, I'd like you to be a part of my campaign. And Warren came to me sometime in January and said, Charles, I'm moving back from Texas to work on your campaign. So Warren, where's Warren at? Warren, thank you very much. Just want to say good afternoon to everyone. I'm deeply honored that you're here with me today. There's much I'd like to say, but nothing more important than I am indeed a candidate to serve you, my hometown, as the next mayor of Lansing. See, at this moment, our city faces great challenges. Our unemployment rate is too high. Our efforts to bring new, good-paying jobs are inefficient. Our city schools are struggling. Our crime rate in certain key categories is rising. Our population is shrinking. Our public golf courses are closing. Our overall quality of life seems to be on the decline. It's not a pretty picture, is it? And yet, I'm encouraged today. I believe Lansing's best days lay ahead. I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Change is in the air. Change that we can believe in. Change for the better. I'm running because I believe I have the experience, the education, the enthusiasm, and the energy to get Lansing moving and growing again. See, I'm not running just simply to be mayor. But I truly feel that I want to serve as mayor. My friends, I'm convinced that there's absolutely nothing wrong with Lansing that can't be fixed by what is right with Lansing. See, we can do better. We must do better. Our economic development efforts must be more aggressive and more innovative. Our public schools must receive greater support from us. Our students must be inspired to work harder and be challenged to do greater things. Our police should be more visible, be more accessible, and more effective. We must give them the resources they need to keep our city safe and as crime-free as possible. See, we should stop merely talking about Lansing being a cool city. That's the new genre, the mantra that's out there, that we're going to be, and take tangible, proactive steps to make Lansing a cool city. Our public golf courses need to be reopened. We need to encourage development of new restaurants, nightclubs, art galleries, theaters, and other types of recreational and cultural enterprises. Our city taxes should be structured in ways to entice businesses to be here, not to leave here and go elsewhere. They must not unduly burden those people who call Lansing home. We must be relentless in our efforts to expand our local tax base through expanding the existing business that we have here. And we must create good paying jobs. See, but we must, and even more caring, we must care more about those who are the most vulnerable in the city. The young, the old, the sick, the disabled, the downtrodden. See, we must give them the support they need, not just to survive here. We must give them the support they need to really begin to thrive here. Folks, we need a new attitude in City Hall so that Lansing can regain altitude again. The rancor and the acrimony that in the past must be eliminated. We must, as President Obama challenged us to do during his inaugural address, set aside childish things. During these tough times here in the city of Lansing, Lansing's leaders must turn to each other, not on each other. We should talk to each other with purpose, conviction, and civility, not with self-centered agendas, with anger, and with obscenities. You know, friends, I truly love this city. This is the only home I've ever known. And I stand before you today, excited, but yet humbled by the prospect of being chosen by the voters to lead Lansing back to greatness. I certainly have my differences with the current mayor of the city, and we'll clearly be articulating those differences over the coming months. But there is one thing that he and I both agree on, and the mayor spoke about it in his 2008 and 2009 State of the City addresses. He said, good enough is not good enough for Lansing anymore. See, Burge Bonero, he's somewhat been a decent mayor. He's tried to do some good things for this city. But my friends, good is not good enough. Not for my hometown. We must do better, we can do better. We must dream big dreams. We must dare to be great. As one of my favorite politicians, the late Robert F. Kennedy says, some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not. The seeds of greatness were planted here by previous generations, by great people like the individuals after whom this community center is named after, Dick and Olivia Letts. And I am so especially honored to have Mrs. Letts here with us today. Where's Mrs. Letts at? Mrs. Letts, stand up. Thank you. You know, I had the good fortune, I went to school with her daughter. She's an attorney in Illinois, in Chicago. But I just got to tell you just a little bit, and I didn't think I was going to do this, but I got to tell you about Dick Letts. You know, we used to, when I was in junior high school, we always wanted to go watch Sexton play football. But a lot of us didn't have the money to go to the games. So there would be a national anthem, and you could just hear that fence just shaking. People jumping over the fence to go to the games. Don't laugh, or Big Brother. But I didn't do that. Dick Letts came up to me and said, young man, do you want to go to the game? And I said, yes. I wanted to play football. I was playing football. He said, if you got a report card that shows me that you got, nothing lower than a C, I'll let you in the game. Well, I was an all-A student. I said, what if I have A's and B's? He says, I'll buy you popcorn. Dick Letts, from that point forward, I went to every Sexton game. I showed him my report card to the point he said, don't bring your report card anymore. He let me in the game. He bought me popcorn. Dick Letts is a hero of mine. He's a leader. And I tell you, Mrs. Letts, I've talked to him a lot. I never talked to you about that, but he started me understanding that we have to give back. Yeah. We have to give back. And so it's up to us to cultivate those seeds in such a way that we do in fact produce the greatest city in Michigan, the greatest city in America. Lansing has been everything for me. From humble beginnings, I learned here, and Warren talked to you about where I went to school at. I grew up here, I prospered here, and I achieved here. I am Lansing, and Lansing is me. I offer myself to service to make this a better place for everyone in every part of the city, regardless of color, regardless of creed, regardless of gender, regardless of religious persuasion, and regardless of sexual orientation. I am proud to have this wonderfully diverse group of supporters, which it should be. For those of you out there who may wonder, let me make it perfectly clear right now. I am not the African-American candidate for mayor. I am a uniquely and highly qualified candidate for mayor who happens to be an African-American.